Hey, what's up YouTube, Scabadger here, and we're back on day 8 of our 100 player fan game series. As you can see, we've climbed up the scoreboard a bit and we are now in 6th place. Over the coming days, as we capture Cuba, I expect we're going to climb even higher. So, with that said, in terms of world's mightiest armies, if we come down here, we did make the list. South Mexico, I believe we were on here when I checked earlier, we were. Yeah, and number one, third place. I don't know how I missed that, but with that will probably drop considering gotta lose those units I made earlier. So with that said, there's not too much happening at the moment. California is engaged with some business with British Columbia and this guy right here, but we're kind of staying out of that as much as possible. We're getting ready to take out AI Cuba and capture that, as well as also capturing Carolina. So that's where we're at the moment. Now, there isn't really too much more to go over for what we're up to. We're just in the point now where we're just moving units around and getting ready. I'll briefly talk about what we're building, and then I guess I'll go around the world and see what everyone else is up to. So at the moment, we are building a few runways, and that's just to extend our runway network. We're also upgrading some ICs to increase research production, but mainly to increase the production of troops. We're building level 2 runways so we can start producing more tactical bombers, and level 2 naval bases so we can start producing cruisers. In terms of what we're training, we're not training all that much at the moment. I'm saving up resources so I can build more air bases, more upgrades, and get some buildings underway. So that's what's happening there. As you can see, submarine, destroyer, and these troops here. Now, I managed to run into a Texan submarine just off the coast here, but it was parked so close to the coast that my artillery attacked it before it could become ships. So they're stuck in an endless battle where neither of them is going to die, although it appears that the submarine is taking damage somehow, which I don't know how that's possible considering they can't damage each other. Oh, 0.1 can do 0.1 damage to subs. So I guess that's why the submarine's taking damage. The submarine can't deal any damage back. So with that said, that's what's happening there. If we also zoom out, we can start having a look at what everyone else is up to. So for that, I'll turn off morale map. There we go. So if we come down into the south, we can see what's happening down here. South Argentina is on the way out. He's been taken out by Bolivia. Now, at the same time, there is still a little bit of fighting going on, especially between North Brazil. I'm still getting used to this whole slidey zoom thing. It's nice, but it's a little touchy. So North Brazil is fighting East Amazonas, and this is really just the final fight for power. So Peru, East Amazonas, and Bolivia are our allies in the south, and they're just fighting the remaining players in the area, and hopefully they'll be over pretty quickly. So between those three, there's me and Carolina, and then we'll pretty much control most of America. We just need to push up here and take these guys out. Around the rest of the world, there is still a lot going on. Madagascar has been stuck fighting for a while now, but looks like it's starting to actually slow down. It looks like the guys from Central Africa are starting to get a good upper hand, which is good to see. South Africa's got off to an early start and has progressed well. Up here as well, we can see that Libya is on the way out as French Sudan pushes him out of his territory and gives him a good run for his money. In Europe, we've got a few powers emerging here. We've got Germany, France, and the UK. The UK's managed to capture a lot of Sweden, I believe it is. Finland, Sweden, one or the other, and is making good progress there. However, I think there's still fighting happening at the moment. Yep, as you can see, still fighting going on. So he hasn't quite taken out Sweden yet. Poland is the powerhouse in the region and has made a lot of ground and has made a lot of territory, and looks to be sharing it with Germany and his surrounding allies, which is kind of nice to see. In the middle of, I guess this is kind of Asia at this point, Russia maybe. In Russia, we can see that we have Kazakhstan here, which has made some early expansion and is really expanding well. However, being in his position, he might struggle. I have to keep an eye on him and see how he goes. In Australia, we can see that Papua New Guinea and the Aussies and New Zealand are making good progress as well, and appear to have finished up their region. They'll probably be looking to head north. In Asia, we're also starting to see our first few powerhouses emerge and starting to claim territory. So what's really important here is that we capture America before they capture Asia. So sorry for the abrupt cut, but I actually lost the end of the audio recording. Good thing is, I was about to end the video anyway. So see you in the next episode.